Alright, we got the sun setting on this side. And the moon rising on this side.
Here's North Cove in Old Saybrook where we anchored. That night it blew 40 knots and we ended up dragging anchor. We settled into some mud. It was actually pretty good sleeping at that point. So we just slept through the night, and in the morning we called Towboat US to
come in to save us.
After putting in our Towboat US request, we considered kedging ourselves off, but then we got an update saying that Matt from Towboat US was on his way in just a few minutes. So here he is showing up, past a line over to us, and he pulled us right out and stayed with us until we got our anchor back down out in North Cove again. Overall, good experience with Towboat US.
It was kind of fun. We were already looking at Dyneema, and we have Dyneema on board to replace our lifelines. In Towboat US, you can see it right there, has a ton of Dyneema line. So that was just a fun little aside.
We were getting a little antsy from being in Old Saybrook for so long, so around sunset we decided to take off, do an overnight sail up Long Island Sound. The conditions seemed really good, and they were good. During the night, though, the winds picked up again. We were seeing around 30 knots. We had wind and tide opposing, so the waves were stacking up. The autopilot had a hard time keeping up with everything, so I took over and hand steered pretty much all night. It was kind of fun, a little bit of white knuckle steering, but we covered a lot of ground.
We do our overnights by taking shifts of 3 hours. 3 hours sleeping while the other person's on watch for 3 hours. And so this was the time that I came up after sleeping. And, you know, it's really hard to convey the experience through camera, but the boat was just moving so much more than it ever had before, and the swells were just growing, and I felt like every time I pulled my camera out, the ocean got camera shy and kind of tamed things down. But it was a shock to, one, struggle to fall asleep with so much motion, but then to come out and see Levi hand steering, zoned in, and these waves just rolling past his head, and the boat somehow managing to, you know, do its boat thing and keep floating. I definitely felt a lot of gratitude that Levi was at the helm and, you know, doing his thing, but it was definitely an inspiring moment and a humbling moment.
The wind was strong and the waves were big.
Real big.
But Wren's handling it really nicely. Got about 6 feet of jib out, and that's it.
Yeah. When I came out, the waves were like, I don't even know how to describe it. Like, it felt like a 30-foot swell or something.
Yeah, it probably was.
Yeah.
That was the biggest set of waves of the night.
All right, over and out.
sets of like 4.
Feels like drive-by.
Port Washington. There's all these dead fish. And they're everywhere. They're in the water. They're on shore. Why? Meow. Look at you.
Oh, hey.
Pistachio. That's so
Here it is, folks. The yellow submarine of Coney Island Creek. It's pretty spooky.
We all live in a yellow submarine. A yellow submarine. A yellow submarine. We all live in a yellow submarine. A yellow submarine.
I don't know if you can see it, but there's some gross smog over there. That's the Verrazano Narrows Bridge, and then there's like this brown smear. I'll zoom in a little bit. Gross. Imagine breathing that all the time. Anyway, there's some wind gonna come in soon. It'll blow it out of there.
I already have a towing service, so I don't think I need that.
in Keyport, New Jersey, walking to the supermarket. That's about a mile from where we were. It's raining, and the dregs of the tropical storm are headed our way. What is this robot? What does it do? The world may never know.
Raritan Bay.
Any passengers looking for seats, please make your way towards the rear of the
Alright, here we are
Hi there.
in New York. Oh wow. This is the lamb platter.
It's on my sweater now.
That lamb platter was
Hit the spot.
so good.
Get the spicy sauce.
Sammy's halal food. Walking in the streets.
We're really glad to have you. We're recommending that.
They're called New Direction.
New direction?
New Direction.
New direction?
New Direction.
New
They're
direction?
called New Direction.
New direction?
Ellie, are you listening to what I'm saying? I'm saying New Direction.
New direction?
New Direction.
New direction?
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome New Direction.